Starts now. Uncle Usanforgod, like we fondly call him, will join us. Hopefully, with Eunice, will join us soon. But we're happy to announce to you that High Chief
is back.
High Chief Elvis is back.
High Chief is back.
He came with a lot of goodies.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell us what we know.
We'll go and check the booth.
No
problem. I must be seeing you there.
Hi, Chief Elvis. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
We missed you on the show.
Thank you.
It's just that the day Eunice came, we did not really miss
telling you.
Okay.
The sister
came. So
the love from the sister overshadowed this absence.
Interesting.
And of course, we have Mazi Destiny Anthony
yes, good morning.
in the studio this morning. Good morning to you, Mazi.
Good morning, sir.
And today, Mazi is back with his white today as a chief that is. Mazi.
We are likely going to consult the gods.
But Mazi, you didn't wear your what do they call that cap again?
The Ishiago cap.
Yes.
No. Those ones, before you wear that, you don't. You can get the gods
and billionaire, you know that one of the governors in the southeast.
Yes.
That's the way Mazi is appearing today. Just made appointed her. So please, we need to scrutinize that is very well to confirm if
Mazi's name is not
exactly.
there. Well, gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It's always a delight to have you in the studio. Welcome this morning.
Thank you.
And it's a lot to talk about. Of course, we'll start. Today is a very good day in the FCT. Today, I think today would be the commissioning of the FCT Civil Service Commission, and that forms our conversation at this hour. But let me backtrack our conversation to the 13th of October 2023, when this conversation actually started from, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu approved the creation of FCT Civil Service Commission, and there were reasons why the Honorable Minister Nyesom Wike was pushing for it, because he talks about in terms of promotion, in terms of upkeep, in terms of moving of career, and also some level of incentive for people who have also been in the system. It was also needed to create the FCT Civil Service. The President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has approved the establishment of Civil Service Commission for the Federal Capital Territory and a Secretariat for Women Affairs. The Honorable Minister made the announcement to press that this is as at 13th of October 2023. The commission will be responsible for addressing the challenging civil servants face in the Federal Capital Territory, particularly for career progression. These were part of the strong reasons why the establishment was also thoughtfully to be approved, by Mr. President. The approval followed the enactment of the Civil Service Establishment Act of 2018, which allows for creating a commission responsible for appointing, promoting, disciplining, and transferring civil servants within the civil service of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The act is aimed to improve the plight of civil servants who have been unable to reach their career goal due to a lack of political will to implement and legalize this particular commission in the time past. The minister also emphasized the importance of the act, saying that the past leaders have failed to implement it due to the fear of criticism. He expressed his concern for the plight of civil servants in the FCT who have no hope of achieving the peak of their careers. The entire civil servants of the FCT have also lost hope. They cannot move on to becoming permanent secretaries. Everybody has been running away. Nobody wants to implement the act. Nobody has the political will to implement it. The civil servants in the FCT are suffering. They have lost hope, and they are no longer committed because they can't get to the apex of their career. We must implement the 2018 Act, according to the FCT minister, made that statement at the time. And graciously, the president made that approval for the act to see the light of the day. Now we move away from October. Let's come back to the 12th of March 2024. Just last week, President Tinubu appoints head of service, permanent secretaries for FCT. Yeah, the president has approved the appointment of head of service, permanent secretaries in 9 secretariats of the Federal Capital Territory Administration and other members of the FCT Civil Service Commission. This was made known in a statement by Mr. Anthony Ogunleye, the Chief Press Secretary to the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike on Tuesday. And Wike had also disclosed during a meeting with the directors of the FCTA and on Monday, the 4th of March, that the commission would appoint 9 permanent secretaries to oversee the secretariat. In a statement by Ogunleye, he says His Excellency President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, has approved the appointment of chairman and the commissioners of the Federal Capital Territory Civil Service Commission. Also, to strengthen the bureaucracy structure of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, Mr. President equally approved the appointment of head of civil service and permanent secretaries in the FCT. Mr. Udo Samuel is appointed as the head of civil service, and the following are permanent secretary. There is a Dr. Adamu Babagana from Northeast, Wanki Adamu Ibrahim, Northeast, Asmu Mukhtar, Northwest, Dogo Aliyu Wadata Bolinga, Northwest, Olusegun, Southwest, Adetoye Rabiu Kolawole, Southwest, Grace Adayolo, North Central, Olubumi, Olowo Kere, North Central, and we also have Prosper Chukwuemeka, Southeast, Okonkwo Florence, South. The appointment takes immediate effect. The appointees will be sworn in on Monday, the 18th of March, which is today. And similarly, the president also approved the appointment of heads of critical agencies of the FCT, which also include Abdul Kadri as the coordinating Satellite Town Development Department, Chief Felix Obua as the coordinator, Abuja Metropolitan Management Council, Oladiran as the coordinator, Abuja Infrastructure Investment Council. But then, as we speak now, the head of FCT Civil Service and those names as mentioned will be sworn in today, the 18th of March 2024. There are reasons that were given for this FCT Civil Service. Now, number one reason is for the sake of career progression. And the Honorable Minister also went on to defend why the Act, the 2018 Act, must be implemented. First, he also blamed it on political will. A lot of people who have sat on that seat as FCT Minister have not had the political will to implement the Act, which is on one side. Second is that, for career progression. Number 3 is also that the career and people who work in the FCTA have been stuck, showing them no hope and no light almost at the end of the tunnel. And that's why they are running away, because some of them can't grow to be permanent secretaries because there is no policy that help in that movement. Transfers cannot be made. So this also can be said that people will now see that would put in round peg in round hole instead of square peg in round hole and all of that. But some people have also argued that, if you go about some of this appointment, where do you leave the indigene of the FCT in this conversation? If you say this will also boost for career progression, how does it also affect the people who are just starting out their career, or even people living in the FCT? But then again, the question now is this a good approach? Is this the right approach? implementing the Act of 2018 to have a civil service commission. Can they do it? Yes, they can do it. It is provided. But then again, where are we on this conversation this morning? As from our conversation, let's start with Mazi Destiny Anthony this morning.
Thank you, Sir El, and good morning, Abuja. I want to start by first saying that it's a good move. And the reason why I said that, the reasons that was given by the Honorable Minister, indeed is a good one, and it's one that if you use your brain and if you think at all, you know it's the right thing to do. It's not proper for you to be working in a particular place. You've spent 20 years, and another person that you started the same career in a different place has gone, far in terms of promotion and because everybody works to grow as well wherever you're working. But now you've gone to attended several courses. Probably if you upgraded your certificate, you've done everything, but you're still stuck at a particular position. Meanwhile, you've seen your colleague in other ministries or agencies growing as well. So this is a good one. And number two, one of the reasons why I told you from day one that I love the current FCT minister is that mud water that nobody wants to put their feet in go enter. Do you understand me? And I think that was why when his appointment was announced, that some people complain, why are you bringing somebody like this? If it was somebody from the south, a different person, I don't think there would be this thing. And the area, like we said before we came on air, this indigenous, the Baggies, who I call our landlords, I didn't see any name that looks like, one of the people who own the FCT. I believe that everything that is done, everybody likes justice, everybody likes fairness. I don't think that, with the names that I saw here that have been fair to the Baggies, the original owners of this particular place. Remember that now there is nobody from this place, because FCT doesn't have space for a governor. Nobody from this place can, walk up one day and say, I want to be the governor of my own particular state. The only way they can achieve this, maybe if they've gone to maybe Niger State or any nearby state, they've, lived in that place and they've recognized them, then they can participate in politics. But here, it's like we've limited them. They have only one slot for senator. When it comes to House of Rep, I think it's only one as well. So they don't have different opportunities.
House of Reps, they have two.
They have two.
Yes.
But I think Abuja is big enough to also get what, because they are bigger than some states in terms of landmass as well. Do you understand? So I don't think that we are being fair to them. I give credit to Mr. President for this move. At least one step in the right direction. But I'm using this opportunity to appeal. We must consider them in different appointments. I don't know if there is any minister that is from here, that is from the FCT, the current administration. I don't know if there is any. So I think they are being sidelined. I mean, it looks like you've come into somebody's place, you've taken their land as well, you're not recognizing them. But back to the issue, I want to thank him. That 2018 Act, I think it's almost like trying to give state this thing to FCT, the state status to FCT. We understand. So this service commission is very important. The appointment that he made is good as well. There is going to be some kind of organization. The way the FCT administration is being managed is going to be, and then as well, that if you're working in a place where you don't even know who is my leader, maybe I'm getting every instruction from the minister. Everybody can misbehave, because before your attention go reach where they feel I can even get away with what I'm doing. But now that you have commissioners, you have the Civil Service Commission, there is going to be, some, we're going to have discipline. I remember people have been complaining about corruption in some agencies under this FCT. I think this is going to help, to reduce that as well.
All right.
Thank you so much.
And High Chief.
Thank you very much, the billionaire.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Abuja.
Morning, sir.
Just like my good brother Mazi said, in fact, one of the major things that caught my attention with regards to the press statement is concerning the strengthening of government bureaucracy. You and I know what and how government bureaucracy functions in Nigeria. It is something that, in a situation whereby you are dearly in need of processing a particular thing, it could take weeks and, if possible, months before such file could be attended to. So I believe the minister has taken the right step, And I must appreciate him for that. Concerning the issue he raised with regards to the FCT, the Abuja indigents, I think is something that we really need to look into. Year in, year out, these same Abuja indigents have always cried of serious marginalization by almost every government that comes in. In fact, just recently, and I must appreciate the president, just recently one of them was appointed a minister. I think in a very long time, this is the first time an Abuja indigent.
You're talking about Jesalo, Abi?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, Minister for special duties. I think.
Yes.
I would confirm that.
This is the first time in a very long time an Abuja indigent is being appointed a minister. We are all Nigerians and we know how this country functions. Some of us, for years, have cried of marginalization from different sectors, from different tribes, from different geopolitical zones. People have always cried of marginalization. So each time we are carrying out our appointments with regards to appointments at the federal level, we should also put into consideration the way these indigents of Abuja are feeling. If some people, some sections of the country are feeling bad that they have not been elected president, you can now imagine a situation whereby in your own land, presidents will come and go, ministers will come and go, and at the end of the day, nobody from your tribe in your own land is appointed a minister or even considered a president. Okay, look at what happened recently. In the last federal National Assembly election, they lost the election to a non-indigent.
Yeah.
Although that is what the law says.
It says, yeah.
Because Abuja, as far as the law is concerned and as far as the constitution is concerned, is a no man's land. It belongs to every citizen of this country. However, for positions that Nigerians need to be considered, I strongly believe that there is very serious need for indigents of Abuja to be considered.
Yeah.
Also, I want to buttress the point that, and also commend the efforts of the current FCT minister. In fact, he's a man that has been destined to always take the bull by the horn. This is a welcome development, and I want to encourage him to do more. Thank you very much.
All right, you want to encourage him to do more, and we took a trip to check if Right Honorable Zafania Jasilo is from the FCT, and he's the current Ministry and Intergovernment Affairs. We'll see. I don't know if we can get to speak to one of our correspondents there if they have also started the ceremony and get a peek from him what is going on there. But stay with us. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Stay.
Audio Jungle.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is 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 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. And let's look at some of your messages here via WhatsApp this morning. Good morning, Effizy and the elders in the house. Mr. President has really done well. They are moving Nigeria forward. This has really given the civil servants a hope, Akafred says, and he went on to say, Josalo, Minister for Special Duties, is from FCT, is the current Minister of Special Duties. Akafred says, we agree with you, Akafred, thank you. Good morning to the guest and Effizy too. That's a wonderful move and sacrifice from the President to the indigene of FCT. Hafsat made that known. Good morning. Okay, this is not for this time. Let's go on. YouTube here. Udo Ugochukwu says, good morning and happy new week here. Thank you. We appreciate you. And on Facebook, Olga Robert says, good morning, Sir L, the only billionaire in all high currency. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hafsat Mazu says, great job to you all. Thank you, Hafsat. Abdul Razak says, I miss you guys. I'm in Lagos, but I'm happy I can still connect anywhere in the world. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you too. All right, let's go on to take some of your calls right now so that I don't get to keep all these elders beyond the normal today. All right, call us up on 0700 951 0000. WhatsApp is 0039930137. And I've just been told by one of our correspondents that the swearing-in will be at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
We were also thinking it will be earlier than 11, but 11 o'clock is fine. So we'll join. We'll see if we can join at 11. All right, talk to us, 0700 951 0000. WhatsApp is 0039930 okay, that's the number to call to be a part of the conversation this morning. And of course, Usanforgod joins us now, and also with Eunice. We'll take their own opinion, then we'll go to the phone line so that we can stay with the calls this morning. Usang, you're welcome.
Thank you, the billionaire. Thank you, Abuja.
It's good to see you. We have a feeling that it was Eunice that delayed you, but no problem.
Don't be too sure.
No, but since she's the one, we don't know. There's no problem.
We are not complaining.
We're not complaining.
Don't be too
fine.
sure.
It's fine. Well, Usang, let's get your opinion. I mean, FCT has gone. Today is the swearing in of the head of civil service for FCT and some other commissioners who would also help in that. What are your takes on this? Is this a right step in the right direction? The minister also pushed for this because it feels like there is no career progression in the FCT for some of the staff who work in the FCT to say, I mean, people, their career, they are just stuck. Some of them are supposed to go as far as PAMSEC, but what will they do? They are just stuck, and that's why. And he says this will bring some level of hope to the FCT staff. And he said some people did not have the willpower, the political will, to implement that 2018 Act, but he has done it.
Wow. The billionaire and Sir Elvis, Mazide Anthony. I mean, Chief Elvis. Hi, Chief Elvis.
Hi, Chief.
Yes, you're welcome. And I will never forget to say thank you to Nigeria Info for this privilege, and also my very important constituency, the loyal fans of the Nigeria Info. I greet all of you. Sir, I want to appreciate the President and the FCT Minister for this giant stride. Everything might not be so well in terms of our expectation, from government about what we want, but where we see progress, where we see hope, we must not fail to, acknowledge it. Now, nothing can be more demoralizing, discouraging, and tempting than to just see that you are moving around in circle and without a particular destination. Now, if you are a civil servant and you already know that you cannot go beyond a certain cadre, or you can't get to the pinnacle of your career, not because it was your fault, I mean, just because of the area or the state you find yourself, I don't think there is anything that God created that is not in progressive order. I don't think there can be a better motivation, to the fact that that you can aspire to become a permanent secretary, you can aspire to become head of civil service, which at that level I think is the highest, right? Now, what does it do when you know that you are just going to spend your years and be limited? It brings about trying to do everything possible, rightly or wrongly, to achieve other things at the background as a compensation. Yes, but with this right now, I think it gives hope to the civil servant and particularly the indigenous of FCT that they also have a status that has a semblance of a state.
All right. Let's go to Eunice this morning.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Nigeria Info. And good morning to our loyal Nigeria Info fans. You are the best. Thank you for all you do.
Yes, they're the best.
Thank you for bringing me here. It's because of you I'm here, actually. Thank you, everybody. For this, I would say it's a good one. But why am I always speaking like a market woman? All right, let me speak like a market woman today. I want to believe these positions are not appointed, but they are actually. Now, because they are appointed, it simply means that you are bringing people. Some of these people are brought outside the civil service and other points and brought over to meet these people who are there. I would have wanted a situation where those who are already in the office are elevated to these positions. Those who are in the lower cadres move higher, like that. Then the lowest would now become empty. Then you now have some other points who are also empty, thereby solving these with solving one problem and creating another solution. Unemployment. You bring up new people from outside into the civil service. That would help create job, and because most of those people you're bringing from outside into the civil service already have something they are doing if you check when I saw the names, I'm like, Nigeria. Why is it that it's only the big men that are just going higher now?
But in all fairness to that list, there is a name I saw there who is currently there as a director who it looks like a movement for him.
Out of 9.
Yeah. So I saw a name. I don't know about the 8, but I know there is a name there.
It's just, I think I just saw 1 or 2. Not more than that.
But we can't know all the names. We are not part of the system to know that all the names are within or without.
But what I'm saying is some of them would actually come from outside. What I'm saying is we can get these people.
So you are saying in terms of career progression, let us see it from the inside.
From the inside.
If you're moving, so for example, I mean, you are saying if someone is at the level of directorship, you move the person to a commissioner, you create a vacuum, which creates a growth for the next person to move on, which creates a growth down to the lowest level to create a vacancy for people to come in. I mean, that's very doable. I mean, that should be the right step. But then that is also the job of the Civil Service Commission because they need to create a structure.
Exactly.
They need to create. But what you are saying, fantastic idea because, of course, if you bring people from outside, it still feels like that career progression is still stalled.
It's still stagnant of some sort.
But the billionaires, can we look at this again? Because will it be possible actually to bring in people from the street who are not part of the civil service into positions that are meant for civil servants? Is that done?
I think at appointment level, as commissioner.
Because most of them are appointed.
Yes, not as commissioners. As commissioners.
So those are outside the civil service structure?
Yeah, you can appoint them as commissioners.
You know, Uncle Usan, what is happening now is more like what you have in a state structure.
Exactly.
Yes.
Kind of.
Okay.
You know, when you have a governor who now appoints his commissioners, but then you still have
promote the PAMSEC.
Promote the directors to PAMSEC level.
Yes.
So it's very similar to that.
In that case, then nothing has gone astray because if at the state level commissioners are appointed under the administrative caprice of the governor, then it can be different. If the law or the act allows for people to be appointed into that position, sir, then it means that there are positions that has to be on appointment, while the rest has to be in terms of career progression, sir.
Okay. Because I also saw on the news yesterday, I think the Honorable Minister has now appointed a chief of staff for himself. So basically that kind of structure.
This is why I actually love my Governor Wike.
Honorable Minister Wike. Let's go on and read.
We are soon going to have Governor Minister Wike soon.
But the billionaire, is that in tandem with the Constitution?
Which one?
That is
For a minister to appoint chief of staff.
So if we look at it with this act, this 2018 act in mind, I think it's similar.
It's okay because it's almost like making the FCT, giving it that state status. Do you understand me? So
but then
we are still
again,
going to see more changes.
Then again, can the FCT survive as a state?
As a state, yeah.
Because the reason why I'm asking this is the chief of staffs in the states are chief of staff to the governor.
The governor, yeah.
Not to the state.
Not to the state, yeah.
So, is it in the law that a minister should also have a chief of staff?
But that's
because the Governor Wike or the minister of the FCT is just like every other minister.
It's just like every other minister. But I think that the ministry of
via appointment.
But what I feel that the ministry that he's giving is not just a ministry like you have the water resources ministry, you have the power ministry. This is almost like telling you to govern a particular space.
He wasn't elected.
Excuse me, sir. I think that maybe
he was not elected. No, he was appointed.
He was appointed.
Chief Elvis, I don't think this status of chief of staff. Maybe we are bloating it and making it look so
as if it's so important.
Otherwise, we have even in parastatals, the direct generals. Some of them have chief of staff. And by the way, what is the role of a chief of staff? Because if you get to understand this, we may not have to ask these kind of questions. Sir,
I believe for the generals you made mention of, it is in their act. there is a chief of staff, so department or unit. There is a chief of staff, so department or unit.
But you have not seen the act yet to know whether.
No, there is.
No, what I'm saying is that for the FCT
2018 Act.
Yes.
No, I have not also
There is chief
read
of staff
all
armory.
detail.
Yes.
For us to know whether
There's
it's
chief of
captured
staff
or not.
artillery.
This for military now.
Yes, for military.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just also seeing it now, just so that we can also put it in context. If the FCT minister Nyesom Wike has appointed Honorable Chidi Amadi as his chief of staff. This was made known yesterday in a press statement signed by the director of press to the minister, Anthony Ogunle. According to the statement, Amadi has vast experience in public service and has held strategic political position, including PDP chairman of Obia Akpo local government area and the chief of staff to the governor of Rivers State. As chief of staff, Honorable Amadi will play a pivotal role in supporting the FCT minister in formulating and executing of policies and programs aimed at advancing the development agenda of the FCT.
It's a political appointment, Sha.
So I'm thinking that the FCT minister, being a sound lawyer,
He's a lawyer as well.
yeah, he's a sound lawyer, not just a lawyer, a sound lawyer, will not, make an appointment that is not in tandem with the law. And
Let's go on to take some calls now. Hello, good morning to you. Okay, nobody there. Before this chief of staff matter would be the matter of the day. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Sahel, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
good morning, sir.
The network is so bad. I don't know if you can hear me, Sahel.
Just go
Loud and
on.
clear.
We can hear you. Go on.
Hi, oh boy.
That's the thing about communication. Once you can't hear the other end,
You
it's
feel
always all right. Call us back 0700-951-0000. WhatsApp is 0039930137. Whatever works for you. You can also drop us a message on X this morning at Nigeria Info ABJ if that works for you. Akafred say FCT can survive as a state because they get revenue from federation account at every month. They can even generate internal revenue. Akafred had that to say. Very true, Akafred. I mean, they get a lot, of course, revenue. Hello, good morning to you.
Yes, Sahel, good morning.
Yes.
Yes, I really have to use my satellite because if you are taking MTM people, they don't take something.
No, they didn't take anything. Just go on.
Okay, maybe not food they eat.
How safe is your car? Have you ever experienced vehicle theft or an attempt?
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.